IP treatment?
Yeah, I'm from Fujitsu. My manager called me into this, but I see he's not here, so I'm a little bit not much context, but happy to
No
be here.
worries. No worries, Lauren, but you have, I think, what am I counting? Maybe 10 people that can help you today. So you really hit the jackpot. Um, so
Amazing,
good on
thank you.
you. Um, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and take it away. Lauren, since this is a small, intimate group, like please feel free to raise your hand or ask questions if you have any. I think we could be pretty informal today. So my
Great.
name's Kate Gibbons. I'm the Coastal Product Marketing Manager. As Keisha pointed out, we do this every Wednesday, or our Wednesday, so this is probably your Thursday of the month. And today's topic we're going to talk about is best practices and some of the GTM benefits and services that you can take advantage of as a partner when you're co-selling with Microsoft. So perfect. So just to level set, we want to begin by talking about like what does it actually mean to co-sell with Microsoft, and what that is in today's world is it's any collaborative engagement between Microsoft and our partner ecosystem. So that includes building demand, that includes sales planning, sharing leads, etc. It is no longer just that seller to partner connection that has been the historical definition. So I just want to make sure everyone's up to speed on where we are today. Then when we do this on that definition, we do talk about the three channels, and I talk about them and think about them as a co-sell framework. So you have your direct customer channels. That's a great way to scale directly with the customer and connect directly with them. There's 4 million monthly active users that come to our online stores, and those online stores are Azure Marketplace or AppSource. And we do include the in-product experiences in there as well. And users come to us from 140 geographies. So from a global perspective, that is definitely a great way to scale directly. Then we also have our partner to partner channel. So this is where you guys get together and you go into customer accounts together. So you can do that in lead share either by configuring or enabling your offer in the CSP channel, or you can now invite another partner to co-sell. So much like how you would invite a actually not much like exactly how you would ask a Microsoft seller for help and wanting to go into a deal, you would also ask another partner. So that's a new capability with inside our tooling that we've rolled out. And last but not least, we have our Microsoft seller channel. So this is where you can engage and share with our Microsoft sellers, as well as qualify based on certain solution statuses into um, being able to present an offer that they can actually be compensated for. So that and helps retire their quota. So that is an incentive eligible offer. And we'll talk a little bit more about that next. One thing that I did want to call out is depending on the offer type that you might have, either it be IP or services, I just wanted to highlight some of the things that are coming your way or are already available to you that you can sort of use and think about them as accelerators. So we have that Microsoft Seller and Seller Channel incentive, as I was just speaking about for an application. That also gets you preferred solution badging. And so what that means is that within Azure Marketplace or AppSource or the Azure portal, you could also have a badge or a ribbon. Think about it as something like that. That identifies to our customer that you have extra qualification, mostly that comes through that technical validation process to get there. There's also increased demand gen benefits. So there are many no cost benefits that are available to you, but you also have additional benefits that come for some of these IAP offers. And then you also get sort of a boost in the commercial marketplace. So this has to do with reduced transaction fees and the ability to leverage procurement relationships when you have those transactable offers. Some service offers, because we don't want to dismiss these or forget about these, is some exciting news coming specifically if you have a consulting service offer. Today, consulting services offers are supported in a limited number of geographies, but very soon, if not right now, I think it's the 10th. That capability will be available across 140 geographies. So it's definitely something to consider if that is relevant to your business model. And then again, we have that P2P co-selling. So this is when a service offer can really come in, as you guys know, and help implement or really spin the meters, to use an analogy we'd like to talk about a lot at Microsoft, with those customers, really helping maybe an ISV solution realize full adoption. So let's talk about, actually, Lauren, I should ask if you have any questions. Sorry, I've been rambling at you.
No, not so far. Thank you, though.
Okay. And then I see that, I don't know if it's Marcello or Marcelo. Um, he joined as well. So I just wanted to pause if you had any questions. All right. I'm going to take
That's
silence.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So let's talk about the benefits that we have. So we talk about benefits and organize our benefits based on a co-sell solution status. So those solution statuses, just a reminder, are in market, co-sell ready, and then incentive eligible. And again, that incentive eligible status is referring to the Microsoft seller, can qualify for an incentive to be paid to them. So within in market, you have direct customer discoverability. So that is really about having your offer placed in one of our storefronts or inside the in product experience. Also, you unlock marketplace rewards. So these are sales and technical benefits, marketing benefits that you can access once you've published your solution into the commercial marketplace. And we do have a commercial marketplace rewards specialist on the line, Lizzie LaCroix. Well, I don't have a slide for you, Lizzie. I didn't know if there's anything you wanted to highlight here for our partners.
The main thing to keep in mind is that co-sell is a journey and marketplace is part of the journey. So marketplace rewards as a program to deliver benefits is dependent on having a live offer in the commercial marketplace, as Kate mentioned. And the reason for this is from a marketing perspective, if we're sending out customer messaging, the customers need to be able to see your product. So it is something that often partners can do in parallel to getting other qualifications, and also augments the benefits that you see on the screen. Because it is also oriented to the commercial marketplace, part of the goal in engaging those benefits is to drive traffic to your marketplace offers, which you can do regardless of co-sell status or, in addition to co-sell status. I often hear that although more rather than less is great, this can sometimes feel confusing. And the thing that I would just remind you to keep in mind is that the marketplace itself, although we put programs on it, is an e-commerce storefront. And so what we really want for you to be able to do and leverage is to leverage the platform, however that looks for your business, whether it's to capture leads, whether it's to drive transactions. It is a tool for you to use, and we are here to help. So that's the only thing I would add, Kate.
Perfect.
And feel free to address any questions on rewards topics directly to me.
Perfect. Thank you, Lizzie. Appreciate that addition. Then, as you sort of continue to go up the COSA ladder, if you will, with your offer statuses, when you get to the ready status. And as a reminder, you get to the ready status by adding co-sell BOMA materials to your offer, as well as adding specific geo sales contacts where that offer is in fact supported to be sold. And within that, you do get additional benefits, if you will. So you have one that I want to point out for sure is the profile optimization and referral management. So this is one of our most utilized benefits. And this is where you can speak to a specialist and build out sort of the tiny nuances and the zhuzhing, if you will, for your offer listing. And I definitely encourage you to take advantage of that. We have that Microsoft partner and seller discoverability. So that is when you can be discovered in the Microsoft seller catalog. Then we have a bunch of other assets around how to market. So how do you market with Microsoft? How do you start marketing with another partner? You can leverage co-branded marketing assets. So that's when we have, our brand as well as your brand associated on materials. There's also social marketing assets. So how do we connect via Twitter and things like that? Then you can also get a partner success story published that will live on partner.microsoft.com as in our evidence portal. It's something you can definitely point customers to as well. One of the more popular ones is a press release, and that press release rolls out with a Microsoft exec quote. It's something that you can talk about and leverage in your own marketing engines. And then as we get into the incentive eligible category, I did talk about these earlier, but I just want to really hone in as a benefit that you get if you have an incentive eligible solution. You do get that preferred solution badging within our marketplace online stores. And then again, the Microsoft seller does qualify for that incentive. And before we open it up to questions, I do want to share with you what I call the 12 tips of cosell. And so you should be excited that there's 12. And why I've broken them up this way is if you think about cosell in your business process, they're sort of the beginning of this journey, which is publishing your offer. And so the first six we focus on the publishing, and the last six we really talk about referral management and trying to really arm you with best practices here so you can be successful. So to start us off, when we're publishing in that solution, we really need to define the value proposition of your solution. So that solution should have a clear value proposition around how it differentiates itself from your competitors. It seems like that would be a simple one, but you'd be surprised how many solutions are in there that don't have a clearly defined value proposition. Then we want you to identify and have clarity around the target audience you're trying to reach. So this could be a customer segment, it could be an industry, and we really want you to be specific here. A lot of times partners, and understandably so, will sort of say, check all the boxes and say, yes, this solution is good for everything, but that can actually work against you. So we want to make sure that you are clear on the audience you're trying to reach. Is it SMB? Is it manufacturing? Whatever might apply to your solution. This next one came directly from our Microsoft sellers, and this is specific to the seller catalog, but I think it would probably apply also in our direct stores, is when you're quote unquote naming your solution, include the Microsoft category. And the next question I think you're going to have for me is, what is the Microsoft category? Well, the good news here is that the categories are listed in the solution publishing experience. So they pull up things like cloud migration. And so that is a tip that we got from our seller community here at Microsoft that said, that would be really helpful if that could just be in the solution name. It helps me understand what the solution can deliver. So just a tip there. Also, keep your bill of materials and the contacts that you're uploading into your commercial marketplace listings up to date. A lot of times we kind of set it and forget it with a lot of things in life. So it's understandable, but we really want to make sure that we're sending leads to the right contacts, that the solution information is the most accurate and up to date for what your solution actually delivers. We encourage you to include customer success, so case studies. So, like many things, when you tell someone, "Hey, this is really valuable, but this works in this way," that is awesome. But what's awesome to hear is when someone else can sort of testify to that. And so we include customer success for that, and we've really seen that sort of move the needle. And then, last but not least, when publishing, consider a transactable offer if it's available to you. Transactable offers are definitely one entry point into that incentive eligible category, as well as you can enable or leverage existing procurement relationships, which means that they can put this on their Azure bill, if you will, and then you also unlock reduced fees when you're transacting that offer through the Microsoft platform. And then to take us home here are the last six for when you're referral sharing. So we do, in fact, have a 14-day SLA for accepting or declining, taking action, if you will, on a referral. And that's the same for our partners as well as for our Microsoft sellers. But we really encourage you to act quickly. If you think about your own purchasing behavior as a customer, if someone gets back to you 2 weeks after the fact, you might have already solved your own problem or purchased something else. So we really encourage you to be quick in establishing sort of a rhythm of the business or something that helps your sellers action these as quickly as possible for your organization. Then if you have not been inside Partner Center. Within Partner Center, where you're now doing lead sharing, or you will soon be doing your lead sharing, there is a free-form notes field. It is not always required when you're sharing deals back and forth, but we do encourage you to fill it out, to utilize that free-form field to give extra context around the customer situation, or maybe what the next steps should be for the seller that you're trying to engage. That again is another tip that came to us from our Microsoft sellers, that they really do look at that. So encourage you to add information in there. Um, then as we move on, as you think about when you want to engage a Microsoft seller, we want you to ask for that sales help when you need it. We expect that that lead would be sort of BANT qualified, if you will. So it's a certain level of qualification. And also make sure that that's when you're asking for it, and identify what kind of help you really want. So inside Partner Center, you can say, I want help for licensing, or I want help for pricing, or I want help because I want to build a POC. Those are different calls to action that you might want as you take this customer through the sales cycle. And so we really just want you to ask for it when you need that help. We also encourage you to balance that direct and P2P co-sell activity with the seller channel if that's something you're interested in. The more balance you have, and the more tactics you can deploy, the more rich your pipeline can become. You can also now get help through Partner Center for co-selling. So our regular frontline support has always been whack support, and that will continue to be available to you, but you don't have to come out of the Partner Center experience if you're already in there to ask for help. So you click on the question mark for those of you who may not know that already, and that's going to present to you information that pulls in from docs, and that's always on, it's self-solving, and we've seen a great success in unblocking problems right there in your experience. And if for some reason that still doesn't work, you can go ahead and file a support ticket. And that is how you can get the best and the quickest answers to hopefully resolve your issue. And last but not least, we spent a lot of time on this already today. Maximize those GTM benefits. Those are available to you at no cost, many of them. And in today's times, with trying to build pipeline and revenue, these are something that we really want you to be able to leverage, and we hope that you take advantage of. So with that, I will open it up for questions.
I'm just checking. I don't see any questions in particular in the chat. The call is recorded. I see someone mentioned that. Do any of our partners want to come off of mute and ask Kate or any of our other experts any specific questions? Or Kate, if there are any questions from the morning session that you thought were standout that you answered in regards to partner questions during that session, and we had many partners on that call.
Yeah, great, Keisha. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop in a few key links to Marketplace Rewards, as well as to the GTM services that you can access, because I don't want you guys to leave this session without that information. So that was probably the number one question. Where can I access those, and how can I learn more about that? So that's what I'm going to do if there's no other questions.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything on the partner community either or in the chat, I do want to let everyone know that this call recording will be available within the next 1 to 2 business days on Microsoft Partner Community. In addition to the links that Kate is adding into the chat, I will add the link to where you can find this call recording. And with that, I'll go ahead and conclude the recording and you all can get some time back.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.